Hello, everyone. For as long as records have existed, a university graduate was less likely to be unemployed than everyone else. That was the whole point of the degree. In the last few years, for the first time in history, that flipped. In the United States, recent graduates are now more likely to be unemployed than the average worker. In the UK, 1.2 million applications were submitted for just 17,000 graduate roles. A generation was told, work hard, get the degree, and the job will follow. In this video, we're going to show you, with data from around the world, why that promise is now broken, and why the next few years may be even worse. This is AI versus everything. Today, AI versus graduates. Start with the promise. For decades, the deal was the same everywhere. Borrow the money, get the degree, earn more for life. Universities sold it. Governments sold it. Parents believed it. And for a long time, it was true. But every deal depends on both sides holding up. And in the last 3 years, one side has quietly collapsed. Here is what happened to graduate jobs across countries. In the United States, entry-level job postings fell 35% in 18 months. Junior tech postings fell by as much as 67%. In the UK, graduate vacancies dropped 35% in a single year, and tech graduate roles fell 46%. A major employer survey called 2026 the worst job market for new graduates since the pandemic. Unemployment for recent graduates in the US is now around 5.6%, against 4.3% for everyone else. And underemployment, graduates stuck in jobs that never needed a degree, has reached 43%. Nearly half. Different countries, different economies, same direction. And nowhere is it more dramatic than India. India produces roughly 1.5 million engineering graduates every year, and for 20 years, the entire system ran on one promise. Study engineering, sit the campus placement, and TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or Cognizant would take you. In the boom year of 2022, India's IT sector hired 600,000 freshers. Last financial year, that number was 120,000. An 80% collapse in 3 years. 4 out of 5 entry-level IT jobs gone. Tata Consultancy Services, India's largest recruiter, has cut its fresher hiring plan by another 43%, and its own chairman says the company's AI agents could soon outnumber its human employees. Oracle rescinded campus offers to students for the first time in a decade. Others are deferring joining dates by 6 months or more. The campus placement, the single reason an entire generation studied engineering, is quietly being switched off. Why is this happening? Part of it is the economy. But something structural has changed underneath. A global survey of HR leaders found that businesses say AI now handles roughly a third of the work they once gave to graduates. Stanford's AI Index found employment for software developers aged 22 to 25 has fallen nearly 20% from its 2024 peak. Boston Consulting Group estimates AI could eliminate 10 to 15% of jobs within 5 years, and 40% of chief executives say they plan to reduce junior roles. Think about what a graduate job actually was. Research this. Summarize that. Draft this document. Analyze that spreadsheet. Junior legal work, junior analysis, junior marketing, junior code. That is precisely the work AI does first and does cheapest. The bottom rung of the career ladder is not being outsourced. It is being deleted in every country at once. Now put a price on the degree itself. In the United States, a 4-year degree runs anywhere from $40,000 at a public university to well over $200,000 at a private one, and total student debt has passed $1.7 trillion. In the UK, the average graduate starts repayment owing around £50,000. Across most of the developed world, the price of the certificate has only gone one way, up, while the thing it buys has gone the other way. You are being asked to pay more than any generation in history for a credential that is worth less than at any point in living memory. So what is the return on that investment? Researchers at the Institute for Fiscal Studies now estimate the lifetime financial return of a degree has fallen by roughly a third compared to projections made just a few years ago. And that is the average. For some subjects, the premium is close to zero, the same lifetime earnings as if you had never gone at all. And here is the deeper problem. In 2000, About 1 in 4 American adults held a degree. Today, it is nearly 2 in 5. When everyone has the credential stops making you special. Economists call it credential inflation. You would call it paying full price for something everyone already has. And here is the most damning data point of all. A government analysis of hiring data compared the 10 skills employers cannot find with the 10 skills graduates most commonly offer. The overlap was zero. Not small. Zero. Employers want operational, production-ready capability. Graduates arrive with general academic knowledge. The exact things universities teach. And this is the uncomfortable truth about the curriculum itself. Most of what is taught is knowledge. And knowledge is now free. Any AI model can explain economics, summarize history, or write code better than a fresh graduate in seconds for pennies. When knowledge was scarce, a degree proved you had it. Knowledge is no longer scarce. So the certificate proves less and less everywhere. So what is university actually still for? Honestly, one thing survives the data. The people. The network you build, the friends, the contacts, the social skills, the independence of leaving home. That has real, lasting value, and it is the one thing AI cannot replicate. But be honest about the price tag. 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, that is a very expensive membership fee for a social club. If the learning no longer converts into earning, socializing is what is left. And nobody would knowingly pay that much for it alone. And the universities themselves know it. In the United States, 36 colleges closed in just the last 2 years, and 8 more announced closures in the first quarter of this year alone. Analysts project that up to 1 in 4 private colleges is at risk of closing or merging within a decade. The number of 18-year-olds is projected to fall 13% over the next 15 years, so the customers are literally disappearing. In the UK, the regulator projects 3 in 4 universities will run a deficit next year. Around 50 institutions are at high risk, and over 100 are cutting staff or closing courses. Credit agencies rate the entire sector's outlook as deteriorating. This is not one country's problem. This is a global business model failing. Our verdict on this channel, and it is a prediction, not yet a fact, is that within 2 to 5 years, a meaningful share of universities worldwide will close or merge, degrees will compress or go hybrid, and physical campuses will survive mainly as what they are genuinely irreplaceable for: laboratories, equipment, and facilities. Bookable by the hour like a tennis court for the people doing real experiments. Medicine, engineering, life sciences. The lecture theater, where someone reads slides at you for tens of thousands a year, does not survive contact with AI. So if you are 17 right now, or you are a parent, what does the data say you should actually do? First, if your target career is medicine, engineering, law, or lab science, the degree is still the gate. You have no choice, go. Second, for almost everything else, learn what is visibly rising while graduate roles shrink. AI fluency is now ranked by recruiters as the single most valuable skill for pay and promotion, and the overwhelming majority of HR leaders expect entry-level jobs to become AI supervision jobs. The person who directs the machine keeps the salary. Third, look at where hiring is actually growing. Healthcare, skilled trades, and human-facing roles like sales are expanding in nearly every country because presence, trust, and hands survive automation. Analysis survives nowhere near as well. Fourth, build proof instead of credentials. A portfolio, a small business, a shipped project, an apprenticeship. Apprenticeship hiring is growing on both sides of the Atlantic while graduate hiring shrinks, and you get paid instead of paying. The future belongs to people who can show, not certify. Time for the scoreboard. Point to AI. It is already absorbing the exact tasks graduate careers were built on, and the entry-level data shows it on every continent. Point to universities. Almost nothing. The premium is inverting, the finances are collapsing, and the skills gap is total. Verdict. For most students, on the current numbers, the traditional degree is losing. Badly. If you want the real numbers on how AI is reshaping everything, subscribe. This is AI versus everything. Facts. Data. No hype.